What's cracking, people? Angelic Mayhem here. So, today I have just downloaded a brand new game that is out on Steam called War Thunder. Now, this is a free game that you can play, and it is a circa World War II aviation game where you are commander of a series of airplanes, okay? You have, like, basically a small flight slash what could possibly become a squadron. And your job is to enter into battle, right, and shoot down all the other guys. Very interesting game. So that's why I wanted to make a little video for you. This is just kind of like a first impressions video. So it's not really meant to be like a full review or anything like that. So here we are. This is the main menu screen. What I'm going to do is, normally I kind of go through the interface and then would go into battle, but I think in this case I'm going to go reverse. I'm going to let you guys see what it actually looks like in there, and then after you see that, you know, if you're still interested, hang out and I'll show you, you know, like all the things that this thing can do. I'm a Russian, right? Getting in touch with my inner Pinko. And so I have already achieved level 1. I just started playing about 2 or 3 hours ago. I've been through 4 battles already. Our team won 1 and lost 3, and I've shot down 5 guys. So we're going to go into battle. You have a couple choices. Up top it says arcade battle. That basically just means that it's a fake field with no historical reference whatsoever, and you have like your tanks, their tanks, your planes, their planes, everybody go, and then you just kind of blast off into battle. Historical battle actually reenacts one of the battles from World War II, and then full real battle, I'm not entirely sure what that is. You get to pick your country. At the very beginning, it will ask you what country you want to start in. I elected to start in Russia, but then it actually awarded me the USA as a result of my being awesome. So I could actually switch over if I wanted to, but we're going to stick with Russia. So there are 3 people who are on level 1 on our team and 3 people who are level 1 on their team. Now that doesn't actually mean anything, because in the last game that we played, there was only 1 person of my level on our team, and that was me, and I destroyed everybody and came in first place, so there you go. I think rank is just basically, you've been playing for X number of hours, and, that's what you got. Alright, so this is the basic map. Over here, this is where the fighters and the bombers will spawn. We are the blue team, and we're always shooting after the red guys. And the idea here is that there will be a line of bad guys on the ground on either side, and then you can, if you have a bomber, destroy the bad guys on the ground. I mean, you could do it with these little planes too, but I mean, really, that's it would take you forever. But your job is to defend the bombers by shooting down the airplanes that are trying to take them out of the sky. So that's basically what all is here. This is team chat, and there's just this is all different information. Now, in order to actually begin, this is the equivalent to the number of lives that you have, okay? I have 2 planes, hence I can crash twice. If I crash twice, that's it. My game is over. So you can add planes in the future as you go along. You can actually, become bigger and better. This is my better plane, so I'm going to start off with the crap plane first, and then to battle. Huzzah. Look at this. Look. These are the things that are in my videos. Alright, here we go. Blue is good, red is bad. The numbers below are their distance to you, and the names above are who you are actually killing. Ideally, what you want to do is kind of gauge the number to see whether it is a plane that is coming at you or a plane that is going away from you. Ideally, you want to get in behind somebody. Ooh. You'll see that there is an indicator right in front of this aircraft that I'm chasing. That is the lead that you need in order to actually strike it with your bullets. So you're kind of shooting in front of the aircraft without actually crashing into the ground. Ugh. Alright, now we're going to head back. I have re-keybound all my keys, so if I tell you that, a certain key does such and such, don't believe me. You can zoom in. You can actually put up your landing gear Now your job is just to not crash into anything. That's first of all. Now, if you get into a game of chicken and you have not seen the guy actually involved in a dogfight, do not attack him directly because he will try to... Ooh, I'm in flames. I'm not entirely sure what to do about that. I'm pretty sure I'm just dead. Yeah, I'm fine. Ideally, I should have plowed into a ground unit. That would have been awesome, but, yeah, what are you going to do? That's me burning. All right. So now we have the good aircraft. This is one that I've actually upgraded, so it has a little bit more oomph. I'm going to go for this guy, and then... Basically, what I like to do is just kind of hang out in my area, and then as people drift into our side, wipe them out. I don't like to head over to the other side because, being a noob, I have, you know, like, zero awesomeness on my aircraft. There we go. Yeah. It's all about a little burst. There we go. Down he goes. Now, clearly, he has been taking damage for quite some time. I did not do that on my own. However, I will get credit for the kill because I was the last one to touch him. Yeah. If I can get in behind this guy, which I can. I don't think he realizes that I'm here. If I can destroy his wing, then it'll go into the ground. Boom. So you can see when you upgrade your aircraft, you can actually become quite awesome. In my last game, I went 4 kills and 0 deaths. And basically, all I did was I just hung out behind the thing, and behind my line, and then killed anybody who dared to come over here. Don't shoot your guys. Not that I know that you can shoot your guys, but I'm just saying in general, you want to. Come on. Turn. And I will tell you that I'm not 100% sure about the physics. I mean, I have been able to pull some pretty amazing climbs that, quite frankly, I mean, this is a pretty, pretty old school aircraft. I'm not entirely sure that it is capable of doing the things that I have been able to do with it. But there are stalls, and there are spin-outs and things like that, so it's not like it's entirely, you know, fake. They did a really good job of, you know, simulating what it's like to fly an aircraft. It feels really good. Like, I played other sims where, you know, like, you have to control a lot of different things, and this one isn't really like that. You do have to put up, like, your landing gear and mess with your flaps if you want to make sure that you don't have drag and stuff like that. Alright, so this is a ground unit. Boom. And now I gotta get out of here because they'll all tune me up. Arrgh. Hello. He's out of range. And now he's on me. Go away. The games usually last. We are clearly dead. You can see there's an indicator in the middle of the top of the screen, and it says that sadly the red team is about to win. So now they don't actually have to kill all of us. It's a numbers thing. So it's just a matter of how many people have gone down, who's been shot, how many surface units are left. It's a little bit of everything, which is a shame because it would be nice for them to physically have to kill all of us. That way I at least have a fighting chance at the end. I think I just shot my own guy. That kind of sucks. Yeah, come here. Alright, and that ends the game. Sadly, we just were not good enough as a team. I came in second place. 3 aircraft destroyed, 2 critical hits. All kinds of things are happening. Alright, so I've achieved rank number 2 in the USSR Air Force. Now that's important because if I switch over to the United States, then I have to start again from square one. Not that that's a bad thing, but... And I also have unlocked what appears to be my first bomber, which is really cool. And another light fighter. Alright, so we click OK. Alright, so I killed 3 aircraft and that surface unit just because I wanted to go down and show you how that works. I'm not entirely sure how critical hits works. Because you would think, like, if you destroyed 3 aircraft, that would be 3 critical hits. But whatever. Hits is just hits in total, 31. That's the best I've ever done so far. Assist is 2. I'm sure everybody knows what that is. Battle time, 4 minutes, 52 seconds. And if I hover over it, the 115WR, that's the first ship that I was, that's the first plane that I was in that went down almost immediately. Then the M22, that's the one that I've been upgrading so far, so that's the one that I was able to hang in there a little bit longer. Activity. Now that means when you start flying, how much time do you waste just kind of wandering around in the air versus how much time do you actually spend shooting at people who are in front of you. So my number has never been below 90% because I'm usually engaged almost immediately. Mission reward. Alright. Now, it does tell you down here that if you have a premium account, you can actually get twice the mission reward. I think that's it. Oh, player statistics. Okay, so this was the overall. Somebody beat me out in terms of shooting down planes, and I tied this other guy, but for the most part, you can see that I'm actually pretty good at this. These are your little badges. And they tell you if you do something like that's really awesome, then you get like some great badges up here in terms of like this guy, Zealot, because he had the most kills, he got the most kill badge. And you know that like assists and points and all kinds of stuff, you know, there's all kinds of badges that you can get. So now we're back here. This is the main menu screen. All right. The game runs at about 60 frames per second, which is really good. It's really nice and fluid. So this is my plane. I actually own 2 planes, okay? I own the I-15WR and then the I-15M22. I can actually click on it and roll around. The I-15WR, that has no decals on it. And then the M22, that actually has a picture of my wife on it. Well, 2 pictures of my wife. I'm so excited. Her name's Jezebel. So they're both fighters, okay, so I can't drop any bombs. You can actually add additional aircraft if you go to recruit crew. If I click on this, then that corresponds to this number up here, which is the number of Silver Lions I have. You can actually get more Silver Lions. You can convert, you know, these Golden Eagle premium currencies into the silver and a bunch of other stuff as well. When you go into each of these, you can actually go straight to the hangar, okay? And while here, you can change, you know, the decals that you have on here. Premium members can have more than 2 decals. You can actually test your plane if you want to make sure that it's, you know, configured right for you. You can go into the weaponry, and I mean, this is where things get like really detailed. You can actually get into some serious stuff. So all that was, I mean, I think that's like really cool. Each plane has a certain amount of experience points. Oh, and this is the, you know, it just tells you about the actual plane. And they have like a whole thing about, they have like a whole encyclopedia where they explain all about the World War and, you know, like all the different stuff about each airplane and things like that. So they did a lot of homework to make this as authentic, I think, as it could be. I mean, it's pretty good. Messages. These are in-game messages that correspond to the great things that you do while you're in there, so it just kind of records them. You can also flip over to achievements, and it gives you all that information, plus how much experience points you picked up along the way. This is team chat, so all the people who are on your server, you can talk to them here. Then when you go into battle, it's only for the people who are in battle with you. Friends, you know what that is. Hangar, just let you know that that's where you are. This is me. This has all kinds of information about, you know, like how many people I've killed and, you know, how many battles I've been involved in. This actually goes plane by plane to show you which plane you've been, you know, good at and which planes you haven't, you know, done so well. And then decals. These are some really awesome decals that you have to, like 900 ground units. That's going to take a bomber a long time to, you know, rack up that many points. But at the same time, you know, like I want one of these. So I think they're really cool. So allies. Here's Russia. This is actually written in Russian. That's pretty awesome. I don't know why you would want that on your plane, but okay. All right, so this is, again, main menu, right? And then we have, so if I wanted to switch over to America, I could actually, work on my American planes. Like, I don't have any experience with them, so I don't actually have anything to do right now. But you can just flip back and forth. Here, so that takes you back into the hangar, which allows you to decorate your plane. Test flight is if you actually want to take it up in the air and see what it can do. Change aircraft is if you want to swap out the M22 for another plane that you've unlocked. View crew. Now, this is where things get really interesting. This is your pilot. I'm using air quotes, pilot. All right. Now, of course, that's you when you're in the aircraft. But by upgrading the pilot, you can increase how far away you can see, how much damage you can take, how many G's you can take. So if you have to go into a dive, you can actually black out if you're not careful. If you up your G tolerance, you'll be able to take huge dives and not go unconscious. So these are the things that you can upgrade over time, which I think is amazing. With some of the bigger aircraft, you can actually add gunners as well, who will shoot planes out of the air while you're, for instance, bombing, okay? So these are all people who are able to actually participate in what you are doing. The ground crew will actually repair your craft when you land at an airport. They'll repair you and then send you back up into the air. And then qualified is total amount of XP that you've added or upgraded, for this crew. You can actually upgrade the M22 level from basic to other levels. Now, so we go over here, pilot. Because I just played that mission, I received 2 experience points. As part of that, I am then able to increase some of these skills. Now, I can't increase this skill because as it goes up, it costs more experience points to get keener vision. The same is true for all of these. So even though I have 2 points, all I can do really is go down here to one of these, and then when I'm ready, I click apply, which I'll do now. And so I'm going to skip back out of this. This last button is for weapons, and again, this is what you can upgrade and things like that. Now I'm going to go over here to the I-15 because I have not upgraded this one yet because I wanted to specifically show you the accelerated training. So I have 6 experience points here because I haven't touched it at all. When you go into accelerated training, you can actually use your gold eagles in order to add accelerated training points. So let me click buy 10. I'll use 10 gold eagles. And I click yes, right? All right, so now I have 136. So I can really do some pretty good upgrade to this one single aircraft that I have. And as you can see, as I go up, this number increases, and it costs more experience points to get it to upgrade. So let's get all these up to the point where they go to 2, which is 5 apparently, level 5. And then I'm just going to use the rest on keen vision. Down here, the 3 tabs. The first one's aviation. Obviously, that's for planes. Army and the other one are both not ready at the moment. Now, I don't know if that's because they are content that isn't ready for this game, i.e. they're still working on it, or if it's content that will unlock later because I'm only at level 1 at the moment, so maybe that's something that's just for bigger, better stuff. But for right now, that's what I have is just the planes. And then the last thing that I want to show you, so game modes, this is, again, it's the same stuff as before, but you can actually go in and do like custom battles and you can challenge people and stuff like that. That's all interesting. I'm going to get into that later though. Menu. This is pretty cool stuff. So you have game options, okay? Get out of that. Menu, this actually you can re-keybind all of your controls. The encyclopedia has all the different information that you could possibly want to know about, like all the different planes and in-game stuff and the history and all that. I mean, it's just all kinds of reading. You can be in there for at least a couple hours. The leaderboards, this one's a little weird. This checkbox right here means that you're only looking at the most recent results over the past month. If you take that away, it shows you all time. Okay, so those are your only 2 options. It's a little weird, but at the same time, you actually have to click on each one of these in order to sort who is winning by that category. And then if you roll over, it tells you what that category is. So this guy is the one who has died the most times, etc., etc., etc. All right, so it's leaderboards. Squadrons, this is the same as guilds in any other game. Basically, you would join your squadron, and then you would have like their logo on your plane and stuff like that. Replays, this actually has a list of replays from the games that I've played. Each of these corresponds to a game, so when I click on it, it would actually load that up and show you the replay of the whole game from start to finish. So there we go. That is a look at War Thunder. I'm actually going to do definitely some more videos on this in the future because I think this game is great. I've been having a blast with it. I like the fact that I'm already ruling upon high, even though I've only been here for about 2 hours. And I think that this could be a really good game, especially anybody who's into aircraft simulation games or aerial combat. I mean, definitely check this one out. It's free. But yeah, I'm going to be playing this one, I think, for a little while, and I'm definitely going to do a review of it. Probably after at least 6 to 8 more hours of gameplay. I just want to make sure that I have everything down pat. But this has just been a first impressions video, and so far I like it. I think it's really good. So anyway, thank you for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you did, please click the like button or subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this in the future. I'm Angelic Mayhem, and I will see you next time.